as you know, I've been going right back to the beginning, and I've just come across this, which I find interesting. I also find it interesting that it has been deleted from the actual original page that it was like streamed on. I just want to know why like your opinions on why the police reacted the way they did, like why they were acting like they didn't want him to talk. You know, I know he spoke on other topics that wasn't related to Kiely, but he did make some very valid points in regards to Kiely, which made my ears prick up. But it's like they were trying to silence him, like they didn't want him to talk. I'll even zoom in on before he gets the mic the second time and show you the reaction of the police. They didn't even want him to have the mic again. So yeah, listen to it all. I know it's quite a long one, about 9 minutes, but I don't know. I just find it interesting why they would want to silence this guy. And this guy has been within the community and his family within the community for over 100 years. So I feel like the police should have given him, you know, like I don't know, like the time of day sort of thing. Like I just feel like he would be able to have really good input in. Or is it because of the fact that he knows too much? Tell me what you reckon, guys.
Thank you. My name is Joey Sweet. I know some of these guys are on police. I'm a long-time local. My family's been in this area over 150 years. Yesterday, I talked to the Nevada County Search and Rescue. They treated me like crap. I also talked to one of your deputies. There was a female that was over there. And what I was trying to say to them, as somebody that was local here, I used to know Ron Perea, one of the chief detectives here. And I heard through the background that there was a sighting reported to you on Tuesday, out of 60. And I have not heard any more of this. And the sighting goes, it was a truck and a silver Honda, which leads me to the conclusion, by talking to locals in town here, that I'm hearing from some of my friends in town, kids at the party, that were lying about the place. The obvious conclusion is me. Whoever these people are, they know the back roads really well. From what I understand, when about day 7, you haven't found the car. I talked to Detective Perry here, and in the old days, Ron Perea, we go back to Kiely Rodni, the Moore case, I'm sure you're familiar with, and pLACER. Nevada County guys were talking to the old timers like me because we knew the back roads, and as a matter of fact, like, you know, we used to party out here too. So one of the questions they always ask is where if you were going to get rid of a car. And I talked to Perry, and I mentioned, I thought if you're going deep water, there's only 2 reservoirs, and that is Jackson Meadows and Bowman. And I'm just kind of curious. I know you had a government Air Force plane flying over from what I'm hearing that was looking for ground imaging and apparently didn't find anything. But what I'm hearing now is you guys are doing side scanning sonar. And I'm just kind of curious if you could answer me a question. Has Jackson Meadows or Bowman been swept looking for a car?
I'm going to let Nevada County Lieutenant Perry answer that question. Thank you.
Sir, like you and I talked extensively before the meeting, Search and Rescue has searched a lot of areas right now, and they're following up on all the tips that come in, which may dictate a change in that search area. And like I think we talked about earlier about some other information we talked to the lieutenant about the meeting. But at this point, to my knowledge, we have searched a portion of the Jackson Meadows area, but I'm not aware of anything that would have led us to Oklahoma.
So, no sonar has been used on Jackson, is that what I'm hearing? Nobody's looked in here?
I'm not aware of a sonar search of Jackson.
Okay, the other question we had, I told you, I always thought NID had cameras at that dam, and also down at Bowman Dam. And you know, just like I did in the old days, that route is used constantly to haul drugs, money to Nevada. And I don't know what the operations is of the Fed, but it would seem logical that there would be some type of camera back in there to check out. So, and that's none of my business, I understand, but I'm going from a long time local, we're kind of away. And I told you something, there was a guy in town that I think your detective should talk to about this, because his sons were at that party. And what's bothering me is I remember public class, I remember the Noahs, and I remember JC Cooper. The Noah case especially lit hair on fire up here, especially when the 2 girls were found at Squaw and the airport out here. And that was your guy at the time, I think it was Ken Royal and Ron Perea. Ron Perea was as far as Noah. But it's great because I can understand the family, because I remember these days, and I'm old time. So maybe I'll go talk to one of your investigators before the meeting's over. I'll leave it at that. But to be honest with you, I didn't hear anything from your detective. I also talked to CHP officer Carlos. You know who Carlos is? Him and I used to bounce for America in the old days. I talked to him and told him this morning. I did not hear anything from your office. So I will talk to the sheriff here, and if I could talk to him privately, that might be maybe something documentary or something. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Next question.
I have a question for Sheriff Rodni.
Yeah, if it's not helpful for the overall community, we can always talk afterwards, but I can answer my question.
We'll have this be your last question, sir, and then once we conclude
That's
the
fine.
Q&A, we'll have you speak.
That's fine.
Captain Brown.
Captain Brown, you had an incident about 2 months ago in North San Juan where a person shut up the store and kidnapped a woman, and then she escaped out of the car. Now, I go to Grass Valley 3 times a week. My understanding is something with you guys with Washington County checking that same road that you're talking about. And apparently, I understand there were some cameras put out. Now, if I'm blowing smoke, tell me not, but I believe they caught the guy in Reno, is that correct?
That's incorrect.
Have you caught the guy?
That is correct.
Okay. There was no connection on that man's
Hold on. Why don't you and I talk afterwards? I'm not going to deliver tactics, tell you strategies and things that we're doing in a community forum on a news channel. You and I can talk afterwards. The case you're talking about, that individual, has zero to do with this. It causes more stress, causes more problems, and the mom said it best when she jumped up and defended us at one point in time, which I really appreciate. And what she wanted was progress, positive things, and how to move forward. And some of the things that are frustrating is because later on I have to go look at the family, and I have to tell them that we don't have any results. And the things where you guys point out that, hey, you haven't done this, you don't have results, they're not helping us. We have 150 law enforcement professionals, people from all over the country, from all over the state that are experts in the field. We sit countless hours and countless time talking about all of these things you guys are bringing up. I know they're important. We want to answer questions for you. That's the whole point of the community forum, to inform you guys and let you guys know the things that are going on. With the family, I shouldn't speak on their behalf, but I see, when you see the ups and downs and the stresses, this causes the family to have to relive and go through these things. My goal is to move forward, let's get this investigation going, and keep the community informed. The family, I try to keep close at hand and keep informed at all times. My partners with the Placer County Sheriff's Office, Captain Sandra and I have been doing the same thing the whole time. We have people liaisoning with them to try to make sure they're informed. That's our biggest goal. The community support is a huge factor. We need community support. We need help. We need information. We've been thinking about all the things we can't do, all the things that we're not going to accomplish, all the video we probably won't be able to review. That's not going to help us. We need to focus on the things that we can get done, the things we can accomplish, the tasks that we can make actionable. And that does come with information. When you end up on a search that you no longer have clues on where to go and what to do, then where do we keep going for the family? And how do we keep going? Because I can tell you right now, we're on day 7 of a search. Day 7 of a search with 100 people, professionally trained, and lots of civilians that I can't even tell you to count who are out there looking around. And they're being given direction by experts, at least in the state, of here's where we go, this is how we do it, these are the things that we get going and move forward. But at the end of the day, the family needs the community support. And the goal of these community meetings is to keep people updated and give them information. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of good information to give you guys. I'm more sorry for the family that I don't have information to give them. But the nitpicking or the trying to pick apart or talking about a whole separate case, we know the roads in the area. I have extensive maps with tracks all over the place, with helicopter tracks and car tracks and motorcycle tracks and people walking around and all these different things. While we're waiting here, we were able to confirm that those ponds on that property were searched and checked. And we're going nonstop trying to figure this stuff out. I get it, and I know you guys are concerned. I appreciate that everybody is here. I appreciate the frustration, because that means that everybody cares. But we need to have these positive reactions and asking simple questions so that people can get to their questions as well. It's not to take over. I have no problem having a sidebar conversation with you afterwards. All I want to do is try to do the best I can and give you guys community support.
Have to get away from the Babylon.